Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. In today's video, I really wanted to talk about playing Overwatch recently and what I've done to really make the game more enjoyable for me in this little bit of a sort of down state that we're in, I guess, right now. Some people have found the meta and gameplay to feel a little bit stale recently, and I've found some ways to mix it up that I really wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, let's get straight to that. Oh, just before that though, there was actually a new skin that was just revealed as this video went out. A new legendary Mercy skin. Check this one out. Sugar Plum Fairy Mercy Legendary. Kinda interesting, pretty interesting skin. I think it's a pretty cool skin, but I'm a bit surprised that Mercy's getting another legendary. Anyway, pretty cool skin. I wonder what other legendaries we've seen. Most of the skins so far have been so good, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that at the start of the video. Let's get back to the actual topic though, and talk about how you can make more fun for yourself in the game. So I'm a main tank player. I played main tank for quite a while now, probably about 2 years since I kind of dedicated to the role. And at the start, I really enjoyed playing a lot of Winston. I played a lot of Winston throughout the sort of last bit that dive was actually very meta. And then around the start of Overwatch League this year, so in January and February, there were some changes made to the game, and overall Reinhardt started coming into it a little bit more, be played a bit more overall, and people really started seeing Reinhardt as the new potential sort of meta main tank. Over the course of those next few months there in March, April, that sort of developed and Reinhardt was played quite a lot more and overtook Winston. And on top of that, Orisa was kind of played less and less, and then Brigitte came in and kind of set the final nail in the coffin in a way. And ever since, Reinhardt has been super hard meta within the main tank role. And out of all the main tanks, Reinhardt is just played the most, by far. We've talked about this before, but this is kind of where my frustration with the game has lied, as I don't want playing Overwatch to equal playing pretty much just one character, or one character for the most part. And it's not even so much the fact that it's just one character, but rather what playing Reinhardt has been like as well over that period of time, the past few months. The way I've kind of fixed that recently are a few different things that I've kind of done in comp to approach the game very differently. The first thing I did was I just kind of said that I was gonna drop main tank as a whole for now and just enjoy something else and enjoy kind of discovering the game again through another hero, another character, even if it would mean that I would drop a lot in rating. So I've done exactly that. I've started playing a lot more Ashe to sort of discover what that character is like and see what playing a DPS role is like, because that's something that I, do in some other games. I play quite a lot of Black Ops 4 Blackout, I played some Counter-Strike quite a lot recently, and I've been enjoying the shooter aspect of that a bit more. And since Winston and Reinhardt don't really provide that, I figured I would try that in Overwatch, and I've enjoyed that quite a lot. I have played a decent amount of McCreen Soldier in the past, so I figured that I should try that out. Whenever I can't do that, I still play the supports that I find to be quite a lot of fun and try to work with my other support to make that happen. Such as Zenyatta, I really enjoy playing Zen. Even though it's not similar to any other character I really play, I really enjoy playing Zen for some reason. Ana is a very fun character too to me, and I even enjoy Lucy quite a lot on a lot of other maps. Lucy was kind of my first main in Overwatch, honestly. Way back around the release. So sort of rediscovering those characters and figuring that out has been very enjoyable for me actually, even though it sometimes feels like I'm kind of starting all over again, and I'm even relearning things that I feel like I knew from way back, like months and maybe even years back. But it means that I kind of shift my focus in my gameplay experience, and this is kind of what this video is all about. Shifting that gameplay focus or shifting the focus of your just experience as a whole in Overwatch is super important, I think, to keep the game fresh. And this is something that Overwatch itself is actually pretty bad at doing. Overwatch really encourages people to learn some heroes to a very high level so they can play those consistently, rank up and do well with those characters. Overwatch doesn't really allow for any sort of gameplay experience with very different characters to carry over. I talked about this previously, comparing sort of, learning a hit scan character to, say, learning something like Mercy or something like Winston and Reinhardt. There's a lot of other characters where the gameplay experience is so different that the game doesn't really reward you for trying to change your experience up at all. And this makes sense. A lot of games are just kind of like this. You're supposed to grind and learn a lot of things, but when people are talking about Overwatch the way they are right now, and the sort of state that the game is in to some degree and how stale it feels to a lot of people, this really is the key in my opinion, and I kind of wanted to make this video to especially focus on that message. Let me give you some examples so maybe this feels a little bit more applicable to you. So I've already talked about the hero switching thing and trying to switch up stuff there. That's great. I think that's really solid. I actually really truly think that that is the best piece of advice I can give you right now. But on top of that, there's a lot of other things you can do mindset sort of wise to actually really change up the way you approach the game. Some people play Overwatch because they want something to just play, they want something to grind, and they enjoy shooter games, and they just kind of sit and play quite a lot of games of Overwatch in a row every day. If those people instead switched it up and played a lot of different things within Overwatch, maybe try to pull together a team for some sort of lower level or maybe even pretty high level scrims, just for fun, even if it's nothing that lasts, just something different that isn't the normal competitive grind, that could be a really solid thing to try out. I'll link some resources in the description for doing stuff like that and kind of pulling together people to play with more pre-made, in more sort of organized scenarios. There's a lot of people that play a lot of competitive and are tired of that, but that really go into it for now with the mindset of that they want to rank up, and that ranking up sort of experience and getting a higher SR and just getting more SR is their sole goal. And that can be super damaging in my experience. I was like that for a while, and it made me pretty frustrating and honestly kind of toxic in some games, and I really tried to change that up. It was probably about a year ago since that really sort of changed for me. But that again is something that you can change quite easily if you actually start focusing on something else, and in this case shifting your gameplay experience to more improving at your own play and kind of putting the competition back onto yourself and competing against yourself to play better every game, reviewing your own VODs, and then maybe that will be another interesting experience for you. I know a lot of people that have started looking at VODs themselves of their own play, and then after that wanted to kind of check out other people's play, and I've been a lot more interested in sort of reviewing games almost, not necessarily as like a VOD reviewer or analyst or anything like that, but just kind of for fun. And it is also a very good way to learn Overwatch. Things like that can be very good ways to kind of pass the time if you're not enjoying the game right now, or if you feel like the game is kind of stale. And there's actually quite a lot of things you can do to shift your gameplay experience. If you have any other tips, then please do put them in the comments. As for a final thing for this video, I do just want to say as well that Overwatch comes with quite a lot of ups and downs, especially in terms of meta. Mercy was very hard meta for about 3 or 4 months straight, and people said that that was the worst thing we've kind of ever gone through as a community when it comes to a hero being so hard meta that it really limits the gameplay experience and the sort of comps that you can run. But then something else hits and people say, oh no, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to the game, and it just kind of keeps going like that. It was Mercy meta into Brigitte, into Goats comp, and sure, I agree, there are some points where the game feels very stale, but at the same time, things do just change quite a lot over time as well. We're gonna have a new hero added sometime in sort of late February. Before then we'll probably see quite a lot of balance changes. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where exactly we end up. But these are some things to do for now to kind of shift your gameplay experience focused and start enjoying the game in different ways again. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.